Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm getting ready to go ahead and share. Y'all come on in. Oh, this is about to be fire. Come on in, you guys. Great morning, great morning. Great morning. Hey, hey, hey. Excited to see you guys this morning. Let me go ahead and share. Please let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. I'm going to go ahead and share. Make sure my volume's down. Hey, you guys, happy Friday. Come on in. Let me make sure I get these in. Oh, y'all, listen, let me tell you something. Baby, God is not playing. I always say that, don't I? Because he's not, and he's not. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, sissy, happy Friday. Listen, so you guys, it's restoration time. It's restoration time. And I've been talking to you guys a lot about my journey, about this process, meeting my dad, family. Thank you, sissy. You all go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Let me know you shared. Once you shared, let me know you shared. Great morning for all of you just tuning in. Come on, come on. Let's get the line packed, y'all. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much. Y'all, I'm getting ready to get on the road again. On the road again. Hey, hey, hey. That's going to be my song. That's going to be my theme song. Okay. You hear me? Listen, getting ready to go to Tampa, Florida for an amazing women's jazz empowerment brunch on Saturday. I'll be speaking. I'm super excited about that. It's going to be powerful. Over 200 women in one location. Baby, it's about to be lit, lit. Incredible lineup of speakers. My sister, the amazing Apostle Tammy Robinson, the Lady Apostle, will be speaking. Lady Paula Watkins will be speaking. And of course, your girl, Dr. V, will be in the building. Listen, y'all, it's going to be lit vendors, jazz music, and brunch. Baby, you can't tell me it's not going to be fire and cuteness because we're going to all be real cute. So, listen, I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about restoration time. Behind the scenes, there have been some things going on. And I wanted to share that with you because I'm going to share with you what God said to me. Okay. Oh my God. Listen. Hold on. Let me get there. Let me get there. Hold on. Hmm. Mm-mm. Hold on. So there's something that's going on right now. There's something well, there's a lot of things that's going on. But one of the things that I told you guys about was that, God was pouring out his spirit like he hadn't in decades. Pouring out his spirit on his people like he hadn't in decades. So, y'all, listen, this is a season of restoration. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Let me get here and I'm going to share with you what he's been sharing with me. And then I'm going to share something else with you. Hold on. Let me get to it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, in Joel chapter 2, and I'm not getting ready to preach a message. I'm not going to, but I encourage y'all to go read Joel chapter 2, the book of the prophet Joel, chapter 2, right? Um, he talks about all the things that have happened. Locusts began to invade, everybody's scared, like it's crazy. Um, but look, I'm gonna go down to the end because after all of this is happening, like it's like everything is shut down, it's dark. Um, but God, listen to this. Okay, let me see where I'm gonna go. Mm, Jesus. Um, hold on. I'm gonna go to the bottom. Okay, listen. Um, now, hey Tiffany, how are you, beautiful? Now, in Joel chapter 2, like all this terrible stuff has happened. These locusts have invaded, they've swarmed in. It's like a whole army. It's like they're riding on horses, like they're just like taking over, and the people are trying to stop them. But this is what the Lord says, his promise of restoration. I told y'all it's restoration time, right? His promise of restoration. It says, Joel chapter 2, starting with verse 18. Then the Lord will pity his people and jealously guard the honor of his land. The Lord will reply, look, I am sending you grain and new wine and olive oil, enough to satisfy your needs. You will no longer be an object of mockery among the surrounding nations. I will drive away these armies from the north. I will send them into parched wastelands. Those in front will be driven into the Dead Sea, and those at the rear into the Mediterranean. The stench of their rotting bodies will rise over the land. God is going to restore you, y'all. Come on now, come on. Um, Surely the Lord has done great things. Don't be afraid, oh land. Listen, you need to put your name in there. Don't be afraid, oh Veronica. Don't be afraid, oh Tiffany. Don't be afraid, oh Jack. Listen, don't be afraid. Be glad now and rejoice, for the Lord has done great things. Don't be afraid, you animals of the field, for the wilderness pastures will soon be green. The trees will again be filled with fruit. Fig trees and grapevines will be loaded down once more. Rejoice, O you people of Jerusalem. Rejoice in the Lord your God, for the rain he sends demonstrates his faithfulness. Once more, the autumn rains will come, as well as the rains of the spring. The threshing floors will again be piled high with grain, and the presses will overflow with new wine and olive oil. Come on, y'all, I'm not through. The Lord says, I will give you back what you lost to the swarming locust, the hopping locust, the stripping locust, and the cutting locust. It was I who sent this great destroying army against you. Who sent it? Who sent it, y'all? The devil sent it? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It was God who sent it. But guess what? Once again, you will have all the food you want, and you will praise the Lord your God who does these miracles for you. Never again, never again never again will my people be disgraced. Then you will know that I am among my people Israel, that I am the Lord your God, and there is no other. Never again will my people be disgraced. I don't care what they're trying to do. They'll never again. God allowed it the last time. Yeah, God let it come. He sure did. He sure did. He sure did. But listen, this is what he said. He said, I will give you back what you lost to the swarming locust, the hopping locust, the stripping locust, and the cutting locust. God is getting ready to restore you. Now listen, he said, never again will my people be disgraced. Then, somebody say then, then, after doing all those things, I will pour out my spirit upon all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams, and your young men will see visions. In those days, I will pour out my spirit even on servants, men and women alike, and I will cause wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire and columns of smoke. The sun will become dark, and the moon will turn blood red before that great and terrible day of the Lord arrives. But everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. For some on Mount Zion in Jerusalem will escape, just as the Lord has said. These will be among the survivors whom the Lord has called. Listen, God is calling up his remnant. I've been talking about the remnant. I've been talking about signs, miracles, and wonders. I've been talking about God pouring out his spirit. God is restoring. It is restoration time. Time to restore everything that the locusts have eaten. You thought it was too late. You thought it was over. You thought it was done. People counted you out. They laughed at you. They mocked you. They said, oh, I remember when they used to, but look at them now. Baby, God said, you will never again be disgraced, and I'm going to restore you. Happy birthday, Lakita. I'm going to restore you. God says, I'm going to restore you. He said, listen, yeah, I did it, and I'm going to restore you. And never again will you be disgraced. You know, I allowed these things to happen to you, but never again are you going to be disgraced, because I'm pouring out my spirit on all flesh, right? And there's going to be prophesying. And listen, I'm telling you, there are going to be dreams. Listen, for those of you who dream dreams, those of you who carry a prophetic anointing on your life, you need to understand there is a serious activation that has taken place because of God's restoration. When the Father restores, hey, there's something about that Father restoration. There's something about that Father mending. There's something about healing those daddy wounds. You understand what I'm telling you? God is literally restoring. Now look, check this out, because I want y'all to understand how serious this restoration is. How serious this restoration is. So I was supposed to have already been in Colombia. I was supposed to have gotten here Wednesday, and I couldn't. And I didn't understand why. You know, I was like, okay, y'all, I've learned to just listen to God, just flow with God, just see what he's doing. Like, there's a reason. I may not be able to articulate it. I may not be able to explain it, which may be frustrating to people close to me sometimes. But I just, that's the place I'm in, right? So I needed to go and cancel a membership, which, come to think of it, I didn't do. I need to call them. Cancel a membership to the gym there in North Carolina, because I went no longer there. But when I was getting ready to go do it, God said, go change your name. Now, mind you, my daddy wanted my name, his name on my birth certificate, and it's on there, right? So my birth certificate that used to read Veronica Joe Duncan now reads Veronica Joe Wiggins, right? But all my stuff was still in Walters, okay? Now listen, so that's the first step of my restoration. My daddy had his name put on my birth certificate as though it had already been. I'm not talking about a modified thing. This is a modified, but like literally, it looks like on the day that I was born, whenever my birth certificate was submitted, my daddy's name was on it, which was not the case. For 55 years of my life, I was that child with no daddy on the birth certificate. Though I had a daddy in my life, I had no daddy on my birth certificate. I need y'all to hear me. My name was determined by my mother's name at my birth. But see, that's not my full identity. My identity is tied into the lineage of my father. And so because I had no father's name, my lineage was carried through my mother's name. Okay. Well, look, God restored that on my birth certificate. Now, everything else, though, says Walters, right? That's my married name, right? So, listen, I was trying to figure out how to do it. And I was like, well, I'm going to have to, do all of this and do all of that. Let me tell y'all what I did. I took my divorce decree to the courthouse, and I told them, I said, this is what God told me to do. He said, tell them you want to go back to your maiden name. Now, listen, when I got married, my maiden name was Duncan. But now my maiden name is Wiggins. Do you understand what I'm telling you? He said, tell them you want to go back to your maiden name. So that's what I did. I told him I want to go back to my maiden name. Listen, I went down there. I filled out this little form right here, paid $10, and it says that my name is now Veronica Joe Wiggins. Okay? Okay. Then I went to the DMV because I said, let me go ahead and get my license. And they said, well, you got to change it at the Social Security office first. So the Social Security office was closed that day. The next day, now we've delayed my trip. My trip has been delayed. The next day, I go to the Social Security office, Veronica Joe Wiggins. My social security number is attached to Veronica Joe Wiggins. My name is Veronica Joe Wiggins, right? So now I have to go wait and go back because I went to the DMV. They said it's not in the system yet. Wait a couple of days and come back. So when I come back from Tampa, I'll go get my North Carolina driver's license that says Veronica Joe Wiggins. That is now officially my name. I have been restored. There is restoration that has taken place. Because of my daddy's determination that I would carry his name. God told me, he said, before you get married again, you're going to have your daddy's name. You're going to go from your daddy's name to your husband's name. This has never happened. This is brand new. You see, there's some things that my husband's going to get that none of my other husbands got, right? It has to be something different. It has to be something new. And it's going to start with my name, right? Literally, I'm going from my daddy to my husband, which is the way that God has intended it to be, but not the way that it has happened. When you talk about healing those daddy wounds, healing that father fracture, that's a very deep thing, because when that happens, all of a sudden you have a major reset in your life. God is resetting you. God is resetting you. He's resetting your life. And it's going to require you to do some things that you didn't think you would have to do. But he's going to give you some stuff that you always wanted. My God. Did y'all hear what I said? It's going to require you to do some things that you maybe didn't want to do, but are necessary for you to get what you've already wanted. You've always wanted this. See, when God says that he's pouring out his spirit, when God says that he's restoring us, his restoration ain't no joke. I know going into 2021, he said that he was redeeming my name. My God, listen, I need y'all to understand what I'm telling you. But I had no idea when he said he was redeeming my name going into 2021 that he meant my actual name, that literally my name would change. All of 21, he was preparing me for what would happen in 22. In 22, not only did he give me my biological father, but he gave me my daddy's name. And some of you are struggling because you don't know your daddy. You're struggling because your relationship with your daddy is broken. Some of you are struggling because your daddy wasn't what you wanted and needed him to be. You're struggling because you got all of these daddy issues that have led to you acting out and looking for love in all the wrong places and seeking things that you didn't even know what you were looking for, but you knew you were looking for something. And I'm not just talking to the daughters. Let me talk to the sons for a minute. You wanted your daddy's approval, so you began to do things to get male approval. You began to hang out with a gang, or you began to engage in illegal activities. You began to run women because you wanted to feel like the man or a man. You found yourself having to be perfect in sports, in athletics, because you wanted your daddy's approval. You said, if I'm just good enough, then maybe he'll come around. Maybe he'll say, that's my son. Listen, all of us who've experienced this father fracture find ourselves in a broken place. And we tend to connect with each other. We tend to connect with each other. Women with daddy wounds tend to connect with men with daddy wounds. And there's this conflict, but the commonality is the trauma of the daddy wounds. I don't know about you, but I want complete and total wholeness and restoration. This journey with my daddy has been one that has healed wounds I didn't even realize I had. But that's the kind of God that we serve. So I have two major announcements to make. The first one is this. Today, my Facebook name changes. Some people would say, well, what about the people who know you as Dr. Walters or Veronica Duncan Walters? Know me now as Veronica Joe Wiggins. Okay? Know me now as Veronica Joe Wiggins. That is who I am. Veronica Duncan Walters is who I was, but Veronica Joe Wiggins is who I am. See, you knew the old me. How about I want to introduce you to the new me, right? Now, some people may say you've changed, and I told y'all yesterday, and I have. I have changed. I'm not the same person that I was 6 months ago. I'm not the same person that I was a year ago. I'm not the same person. I have changed. I have evolved. It has been my great pleasure to go on this journey of God changing me, restoring me, redeeming me. I'm excited about the next. I'm excited about what happened next, because what happens next has already been written and I'm simply walking it out. It's already been written and I'm simply walking it out. But listen, I don't want to walk it out by myself. Somebody, listen. Anybody else want to walk out their restoration, their healing? Anybody else ready to walk that thing out? Anybody ready to walk out what God has promised them concerning their identity, concerning their life, concerning their destiny? Anybody else ready to walk that thing out? Who is ready to walk? Who wants to walk that thing out? Listen, let me tell you what God told me. Y'all know God told me to do the thing with the healing the daddy wounds, right? Well, listen, life was happening and it wasn't time, but it's time now. Saturday, tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing my Healing Your Daddy Wounds retreat. It's going to be one for daughters, one for sons. It's the same long weekend. It is the last weekend in July. Listen, ladies, we gonna come in. We're going to start it out Friday. Friday starts us out. We start out Friday. We go Friday, Saturday, and then we check out on Sunday. But I got something special in store for you Sunday morning to close things out. It's going to be amazing. Now, check this out. I need y'all to hear me, and I need y'all to hear me clearly. Listen, if you have ever asked God to do something for you, a deep healing, if you've ever asked God to make a change for you, and you know that you got some stuff dealing with your daddy, yes, Monica. Listen, when God is getting ready to do something major, there's always a name change that precedes it. Abram became Abraham. Listen to me. Abram became Abraham. Jacob became Israel. Listen, God will do a name change in order for you to step into your destiny. Baby, I am here for name change officially done. Everything just got to catch up. I got to let everything catch up. So that's a lot to go into that, but it is absolutely and unequivocally worth it. So let me give y'all these dates and I'm going to tell y'all what I'm doing. And I'm telling y'all first because Saturday, I'm going to be with over 200 women. What I did not want to happen was I didn't want those 200 women to get first access up to this when you guys have been with me on this journey. Now listen, 200 women, 15 slots. Y'all do the math. It's 15 slots. It's 15 people on here. It's 15 slots for the women, 15 slots for the men. Y'all are not going to overlap, okay? And so the women are going to be the first part. The men are going to be the second part. But everybody is going to go through this healing weekend. I'm super, y'all just don't understand how excited I am about that thing right there. This thing is going to be fire, right? And of course, I have solicited the great wisdom and presence of my daddy, Oscar Wiggins Jr., okay, at the retreat. Now, he's not going to be there the whole time, but he's going to be there. He's going to have segments that he does. My daddy's nerves ain't well enough to be with all them people for that long. He'll be like, no, I'm good. Thank y'all. Okay. But he's going to come in, listen. Alita said, I don't know about a name change for me unless I'm getting married. Or anyway, so look, y'all check this out. Let me give y'all the dates so y'all will know. So we're talking about, where's July? July 28th. Come in on the 28th. We got something to plan that night. The 28th, 29th, check out on the 30th for the women. The men check in on the 30th. The 30th, the 31st, check out on the 1st. Listen. This thing is going to be lit. It's going to be fire. And I'm going to do a special VIP thing on the 20 what did I say? Come in when? Yeah, I'm gonna do a special VIP thing on Wednesday. I'll tell y'all about that a little later. And for the men, the VIP thing will be on the 1st. There'll be a continuation on the 1st. There's gonna be a special VIP thing on the 1st, but you'll be able to do the VIP too. Now, look, this is the other thing. I now can accept Afterpay. What? 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 You heard it. I can now accept Afterpay, which means you don't have to pay all of it up front. If you want to pay all of it up front, you can, but you don't have to. It can be split into four payments, 4 payments over one payment, 2 weeks later, another payment, 2 weeks later, another payment, 2 weeks later, another payment. Every how many weeks that is? Every how many weeks that is, y'all? Is that 8 weeks? Over 8 weeks. So you literally get more time. The event will be done and you'll still be able to pay for it without having to pay for it all in advance. Listen, y'all, this thing is going to be absolutely amazing. Now, look, y'all are saying, Dr. V, what does it cost? What is it worth? What is it worth to you? What is it worth to you to get to that place of healing in that area of your daddy? What is that worth? I'm just curious. What do y'all think that would be worth? What do y'all think that would be? How much do y'all think that would cost you? Put some numbers in the chat. How much do y'all think that would cost you for 3 days, 2 nights? What do you think that? What you? Come on. What do y'all think that would cost? Intensive healing daddy wounds. How much do y'all think that would cost? How much y'all think that would cost? Because I know some people that's been in therapy for years dealing with stuff that we're going to deal with in 3 days, 2 nights. How much y'all think that would cost? Drop some numbers. How much y'all think that would cost? How much is therapy? Therapy is what, $120 an hour? $120 an hour? $120 an hour? What y'all think? How much is that? $120 an hour. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, $120 an hour. And we're going to be there for how long? Huh? Y'all, baby, let me tell y'all something. When I initially thought about doing this, it was going to be $3,000. $3,000, that's cheap, right? For what's going to happen. $3,000. And God was like, no, I need you to make it more accessible. Well, God, what does that mean? Because y'all know when God he always want to throw crazy numbers for me, right? I said, okay, 1,500. We'll do 1,500. That's good. You look at these retreats, you're looking at 1,500 to 3,000 to $5,000, depending on the retreat, right? I said 1,500. That would be worth it. Would that be worth it to y'all? $1,500 to begin to mend these wounds, get clarity in that area, experience that healing. $1,500, that would be worth it, right? He said no. $700. $700. Listen, and you can use Afterpay to pay for it. You can put down a $250 deposit. Listen, all I know is this. If you want a spot, you need to secure it. And the only way to secure it is with a deposit. Now, even if you get the deposit and you say, well, I'm going to have to do my deposit on Afterpay, I need to make this money so that I can have the money for it. You need to do that. You can do the deposit on Afterpay, right? Which means that out of that $250, you got to pay 1/4 of it, right? 1/4 of it up front, and then Afterpay, and you work all the rest of it out, and then you and I work out the payments, okay? So listen, this is what I know. I know that I only have 15 slots. 15 slots. That's it. That's it. 15. And when they're gone, they're gone. They're gone. That's it. So I wanted to give y'all first dibs, first rights of refusal to be able to participate in this. This is for men and for women, 2 separate events. The women are going to be at the beginning of the week. The men are going to be the end of the week. So the women will be from Thursday to let me get it right. Thursday to Saturday. Thursday night, Friday night, and then check out Saturday. Yep. And then the men are going to be Saturday night to Monday. VIP for the women on Wednesday night. VIP for the men on Monday during the day. Look, all I know is this. God is doing something incredible and epic. It is going to be life-changing. And I wanted to give y'all first dibs on this restoration. Listen, God did it for me. And if he did it for me, he will do it for you. And there's some things that I've learned as I've gone through this process. And I want y'all to understand that this is not just a bunch of spiritual stuff. I need y'all to get that, right? Yes, God is included, but we're going to talk about some very practical things, give you some skills, and work you through some things. Now, the power of God, it takes the power of God to do that healing. And let me tell you why I had to do this. because I was really thinking about pushing it off, right? Because I was like, oh, I need more time to prepare. Oh, let me get everything together. God said no. On Father's Day, on Father's Day, God put such a press in my spirit for fathers, right? The ones that people toss aside and, oh, he ain't no good. He wasn't no good daddy. Listen, I promise you that man got a story. I promise you he got a story. And it may not be one that you want to understand, but you need to kind of understand it in order for you to release him to release yourself, right? When you release him, you release yourself, you free yourself to go forward, okay? But beyond that, my sister girl came to the house and she was dealing with that thing heavy. I mean, it was on her heavy. It was weighing her down. But I promise you this, she didn't leave the way she came. That thing was up off her. It was up off her. When I tell you God moved in and orchestrated that thing, he did. And a weight that she'd been carrying for decades was finally released. So this isn't hocus pocus, but it's real, it's effective, and it works. It's real, it's effective, and it works because the anointing breaks yokes. And I'm anointed for this journey. I'm anointed for this part. I'm anointed for this piece. So if you guys want information, put in the comments, daddy wounds, daddy wounds, daddy wounds, daddy wounds. I'll get you the information. I'll get you the link so that you can go ahead and take advantage of the space. Once the spots are gone, they're gone. Like that's all I can tell you. You'll have to wait till I do it again. But once the spots are gone, they're absolutely gone. So if you know someone who needs this and y'all want to come do this together, go ahead, send them this live. Tell them that they need to go ahead and get the link, get the link, get the link, and I'll get you the link and the information. It's going to be in Columbia, South Carolina, right here in Columbia where I am. It's going to be catered. My sister's going to be catering. Listen, we're going to make this an event that you will not forget. I'm telling you. Oh, you gonna eat good. Now, listen, there's one thing I can tell you. You gonna eat good and you're gonna have first class service. So listen, it's gonna be in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm super excited. The price does not include your airfare. You got to take care of your airfare, but it does include your accommodations. It includes your accommodations during the retreat. We're going to be on site. It's going to be incredible and epic. Listen, God is in the business of restoration, and he said that he has come that he might restore everything that the locust, the cankerworm, and the palmer worm has eaten. You will not be disgraced again. Just know that you will not ever be disgraced again. So the disgrace of the past is the past. It's a brand new day and you're a brand new you. Look, you guys, I love you guys. Put daddy wounds in the comments. If you decide that you want to sow a seed, you can sow a seed at Cash App $DRV Walters or PayPal.me/DRV Walters. Let's change our lives because we have control. Absolutely, Alita. Let's change our lives because we have the ability to do just that creative force. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed. Mwah.